It's week 6 of the NFL, and we'll see Joe Mixon. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Bengals and the Hawks. All that and more coming up next.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing now is Geno. And this a quick slant to Lockett. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on third down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And some room to roam now. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that snap.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts.
Touchdown, Seahawks! DK Metcalf. Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they're brought out by the former Washington Husky, undrafted back in 2019, Jake Browning.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles, really put it on those receivers.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Here's a 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now Browning. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's Browning. And it's incomplete. You talk about this Seahawk defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 44 yards. And the Bengals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Now Geno. Throw out wide to Walker. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Running right, here's Walker. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And Walker once more. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week, so this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mixing up the middle.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
To throw, Browning.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Browning. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in 1 shot.
1 shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
Smith and Jigba showing there that he is exactly what the Seahawks offense needed. A guy who complements what they already have with some productive receivers outside, and he can rack up catches in their system.
Now Gino on 1st down.
He completes this to Walker.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf.
And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as a tackle made at the 42. From the gun, it's Walker. He'll get this down to the 38. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. Geno now to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
That is caught at the 7. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Here's Walker. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle.
And this is where you can't help but think about our friend, the coach, the late John Madden, because this was his kind of football right here. Line them up and let them get after it down in the trenches. And as a running back, you just need that one crease, one sign of daylight. He finds it, and he barrels into the end zone. Touchdown, coach, just like you would draw it up.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengals drive about to get going. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down, Browning. And he comes back with one complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Here's 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. He takes this for 3 to the 29. The offense on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Smith. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Smith. This is the tight end fan. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Smith. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Smith now to throw. Touchdown! Noah Fant, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
On 1st and 10, Browning. That one taken in by T. Higgins. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Browning. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This is caught. It's Boyd. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. A final shot before break. Browning. That is incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
On third down, Browning. And that will be incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Walker to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 87 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. There's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back to Walker on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Looking to throw. Browning. And he will find his man Chase complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Browning. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He was defended by Quandre Diggs.
First down, fellas.
They'll look to throw again. Short throw to Smith. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just gotta have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Smith. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Geno. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. to about the 40-yard line.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Now Gino. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
And the Seahawks first down.
Now a run with Walker.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 50-yard
From the 50, it's Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 29. The offense on third down tonight, they haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Walker with another carry. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Hand off here to Walker.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And it brings up 3rd down.
They'll give it up to the big man Walker.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Here's Browning.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
Second down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
A draw play for Mixon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Browning.
Short throw to Smith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
To throw, Browning. Goes right back to Smith again.
They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to throw. Browning. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Second down and 6 now.
At the Seahawks 24-yard line.
Off play action. Browning. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second down and 3, ball on the 7.
Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon
With career touchdown number 60.
And the Bengals get a bit closer.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Walker now on 1st and 10. He'll get this down to the 38.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 32.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Boy, 192 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And Walker once more. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch out their lead. And those 3 rushing touchdown games in this league, you know darn well, those are hard to come by. They're becoming even harder to come by as the years go by, aren't they?
Isn't that the truth? It doesn't matter what you do in terms of game planning. You may be a run-first team, but you're running against an NFL defense. That's some of the biggest, fastest, best athletes on the planet. Hard to do. Cherish that moment, even as he's eager to add to that total.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Throw left side complete to Chase. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw. Browning. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Off the play fake. Browning. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Browning. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. He finds his running back, Mixon. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd and 7. Off play action. Browning. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.